Hi everyone, this is part 2. So you need your ruler, your heart can be set to the side, and you need your pencil. We are going to be using inches on our ruler. So they are the big ones that have the numbers. So what I want you to do is I want you to line up your ruler with the top of your paper, and we're going to make some marks. So my paper, or my ruler, says 1, 2, 3, 4, and I get to the half mark, which is good. I'm going to make a mark at 1, a mark at 2, a mark at 3, and a mark at 4. Then I'm going to come down to the bottom. I'm going to line my ruler up with the bottom of my paper, and I'm going to make those same marks. A mark at 1, a mark at 2, a mark at 3, and a mark at 4. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to turn my paper because it's easier for me to draw my line side to side versus up and down. So I'm going to line my ruler up with my 2 dots, or my 2 lines, and I'm going to connect them. So I'm going to draw a line all the way up, top to bottom. I'm going to do that on all of my marks. So top to bottom, draw that line. Top to bottom, drawing my line. Now, with my card going this way, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to line my ruler up with the top, and you can see it says 1 through 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a mark at each one of those. I'm going to make a mark at 1, a mark at 2, a mark at 3, a mark at 4, I'm going to mark at 5. 6 is the edge of my paper, so I don't need to worry about it. Then I'm going to come down to the bottom of my paper, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to make a mark at 1. And I'm actually going to stick my ruler so it's on my paper a little bit so that I don't get the wiggles. Sometimes you get the wiggles with a ruler. So I'm going to make a mark at 1, a mark at 2, a mark at 3, a mark at 4, and a mark at 5. Now I'm going to turn my paper sideways again, so it's back to being vertical. I'm going to connect those lines. So I'm going to connect my first lines. I'm going to go to my next set, and I'm going to connect those. My next set, and I'm going to connect those. Next set, and I'm going to connect those. And my last 2 that I'm going to connect. So you're going to end up with a piece of paper that has a whole bunch of squares on it, and a strip of rectangles, which is good too. So now we're going to take our heart that we drew and cut out, and we are going to place it about the middle of our paper, and we are going to trace it. So place it about the middle of your paper, hold it down nice and neat, and you're going to trace around the outside edge. Now the last thing you're going to do for this part, you're going to take your marker and you are going to outline or go over all of your lines. You're going to trace all those lines. Really good idea to stick a piece of paper under, open up your project, stick a piece of paper underneath it so that when you get up to the top, you can run off onto the paper and not your table, and it also does not bleed through to the other side. So I will see you in the next video where that will be done.